Today, we're looking at the 5 best players to use in the post-game of Inazuma 11 Go 1. Let's do this. TXM style. What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we are continuing our series of looking at the best players to use in your Inazuma 11 playthroughs. The information for this video and all the other ones before it and after it are provided to us by Shadow AK. His link and that will be in the description below. Cheers lad! Today we're looking at Inazuma 11 Go, and we're looking at the post-games of the competition routes. You have, I guess, your Ancient Darkness, Eternal Light battles, your Zero battle, those weird Claw Fang fellas. But we are looking at the 5 best players to use for the post-game of Inazuma 11 Go. But let's start off first of all with some honorable mentions. So the first honorable mention is going to Roma for just having the most absurd stats, moveset, and skills. I mean, come on, mate. That's pretty darn good. Like, that's the main thing with Inazuma 11 Go, is that the players you get in the story are actually pretty darn good. Like, Kaiser is one of the top 5 forwards in the meta, with Ballista Barrage shredding the fire goalkeepers, because there are like a lot of Cyndaquils in the competition route. And also, yes, I am sorry in advance, I'm going to mess up pronouncing Cyndaquil. Cyndaquack? I have literally no idea what I'm talking about. And then also JP is surprisingly got the highest stat total in the game apparently, with a move in each position and a strong spirit. Sure, JP, lovely, love that. But at number 5, we have Perseus Destroyer, Freya Monk, and Fated / Psy Lightning. Excellent defensive stats, and both can immediately get a Wall of Atlantis, Rising Dragon, and Katana Kick slapped on them via DLC. There are literally no flaws with them except for the fact they don't come with fighting spirits. And the Earth element in Go 1 is insane. It's unreal. Shadow says if he was to pick one between the two, he'd go with Freya Monk because he's easier to recruit. But essentially, they are the same player. They're basically identical. At number 4, we have Tezcat and Bylong, the big post-game final boss duo of the 2 most overrated players in the history of the universe. Sorry, not sorry. They are excellent options. They come in stock with pretty much meta-ready movesets and rank at the top 2 players with the highest kick stat in the game. That is a mouthful. Say that 3 times fast. Top 2 players with kick stats in the game. Top 2 players with the highest kick stat in the game. Top 2 players with the they also get White Riven and Black Butcher as fighting spirits. Tezcat is a much better dribbler, especially if you give him Athena's Anthem, and Bylong is a much better shooter with a ridiculous 412 max kick without any equipment. And the reason why they're in the number 4 spot, however, is because they're really hard to recruit and can obviously only be obtained after doing linking. So they are basically behind a massive paywall, or having friends. And I know you guys do not have any friends, so I don't know why they're on the list at all, to be honest. Number 3 is Sophie Spencer, who has the highest dribble and block stat in the game. Who the fuck is Sophie Spencer? She's best used as a midfielder, especially in Go Light when you get a free Athena's Anthem from a gold chest. So you essentially have this easy to recruit player with the highest dribble in the game that comes with a free spirit, a free charm up, but her moveset is a bit tricky to optimally build. But it's not that hard to do so. She's still like the 3rd best player in the game. Number 2 is a returner from the story mode video, and that is Draken Yale. This man has no flaws. He has Whirlpool, which is pretty strong, doesn't cost that much TP. Crisscross, which is pretty strong and doesn't cost that much TP. He can fire off long shots with Penguin number 7, and he can block opponent spirits with Side Swipe. He is pretty amazing. Just slap some skills on him, and I mean, he levels up fast, he's easy to recruit, defensive spirit, moves reposition, all moves are strong, long shot, good in the meta. Apparently there's a meta to this game, and only con is that you can't use Sideswipe more than 2 times, but who cares? Who cares? And the best player to get in the post-game of Inazuma 11 Go 1. We're returning to Goalkeeperville with 3 goalkeepers. Orm Nirvana, Mark Evans, and Quentin, Cyndaquil. Who knows? Quentin is 2% better in Shadow because of the Capable Hands gold chest, just a heads up. These keepers are absolutely fantastic. Compared to each other, they have some slight flaws, but they're barely flaws, just some are better than others in comparison. We have Orm Nirvana, who is recruitable in the story, comes into play with Bridge to Nowhere and an excellent catch. He does have the worst element of the 3 for goalkeeping, but, you know, you can recruit him really early. He's hard to replace. He's pretty fantastic. But Mark Evans, who's available later in the game than Norman Ivana, but in the long run he is better because his element is better for goalkeeping in Go 1, and also has a higher catch, but he's not quite Quentin Cinderquack, who is a bit harder to get than Mark, but his catch and moveset are slightly inferior. However, Fire Element is the best element for goalkeepers in Go 1 because of White King, and I assume also Black King. I don't remember if that Fighting Spirit exists. I probably should double check that before I start at this point. Anyway, he has Gravity Point in his moveset, which is equal power to Mark and Arms, Stab, God Hand B, and Bridge to Nowhere. He just doesn't get stabbed from it, but you can kind of fix that by, in Ghost Shadow, getting capable hands for him. Basically, what I'm saying is Cinderquack is pretty fantastic. All 3 of them are pretty brilliant, but the best one to use is probably Cinderquack for if you're like proper good at the game or whatever. But that is a lot of information for you guys to digest, but hopefully this video makes it easy enough. And I guess you can play me at like 0.5 times speed if you want my beautiful British tones to slow down slightly. But thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I shall see you guys in the next video. Bye.